Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to discuss how you can increase your chances of getting a loan, specifically a SBA loan, when you are a startup business. I'm going to go in detail of what you need to do to include in your business plan to get that funding you need for your business. If you like these types of videos, you want to subscribe to this channel. My name is Chawanne Burns, and I help other business owners like yourself start and grow their business. Okay, so let's get started. You have a business plan or you have a business idea and you're trying to formulate your business plan to get funding for your business. I'm going to tell you, hey, you are going to need certain things to get funding. You can't just have a regular business plan. You have to include two things that I'm going to discuss in this video today. And one of those things, you have to include a startup cost. Reason why we want to include a startup cost is going to lay out a financial picture to that lender of, hey, we got a thought out plan and we know how much it will cost to start up our business, okay? So one, you want to include a startup cost. Stick around to the end of this video and I'm going to give you an example of what a startup cost should look like. And number two, you need a 5-year projection, okay? This is basically saying, I estimate how my business will grow financially over the next 5 years. This includes the operating costs and also the cost of goods sold and also how much gross revenues you expect to receive in your business, okay? So, and then it's going to give that financial lender the net profit. So you will have a net profit on these worksheets that you will present to the bank, okay? So if you guys want to know more about financial projections, just put a comment in the comment section and I would do a video about it. This whole month, we want to prepare you for the new year for your business. So this month, we're going to talk about how to prepare your business plan to get your business off and get a loan from the lender, okay? Once we calculated how much our startup costs will be, and we also calculate what our monthly projections over the next 5 years, then the bank will ask, and something you should include is a break-even analysis. A break-even analysis is showing that, hey, I know I will be in profit in X amount of time, and this is when, at this point, this is when my business will break even, okay? So you can have two types of break-even analysis. A monthly break-even analysis, and I tell this to all my current business owners, if you don't know what a break-even analysis is, you're not really operating your business at the maximum level or the optimum level. You need to do a break-even analysis on a monthly basis. But for all the new people, if you're in and you're just doing your startup projections, this is going to tell you, hey, I injected $100,000 in cash in my business, and my business is expected to break even from this $100,000 cash injected at this point in time of me operating my business. Okay, so if you want to learn more about that, you want to tune into my next videos because I will cover those, okay? And if you want to learn really more, you could schedule a consultation. And this is something that I do work out with my clients on a daily basis, and we work to get their business funded, okay? So since we talked about our startup costs, our financial projections, and our break-even analysis, let's walk over to our computer and I could show you an example of how you could fill out your startup costs. And this example that I'm going to give you is already, I'll link it in the description section. And they do have a copy of this available on the SBA.gov's website. This is just an example. I do have several spreadsheets that I use when I'm helping business owners to project their do their financial projections in their startup costs. So you can see this particular spreadsheet, it is for Joe's Pizza Place, and they have it broken down by rent, improvement costs, inventory, and miscellaneous. And so they have a one-time expense and a monthly expense, okay? So is this budget realistic or not? I'm not for sure, but this is the way that the SBA has broken it down. I have a spreadsheet that is more in detail, and so it all depends on your business, what type of fields you need. So if you are e-commerce business, you may or may not need this rent. It may be just you're operating, or if you're a home-based business, you're operating out of your home. But for this example, we're using Joe's Pizza Place. So they're estimating that Joe Pizza Place is going to put a security deposit for rent on a spot, and it's going to be $1,200. So, and if you could see, you have budgeted and an actual field. And what SBA has done, they left the actual field blank. And so say for instance, Joe found the spot for $1,150. And it's going to calculate in this lower field. So in your spreadsheet, this is where I'm getting at. In your spreadsheet for your startup costs, you want your budgeted and your actual. This is going to actually keep you intact of how much money you're spending, if you're falling behind, if you need some more money, or if you are falling on budget, or if you are under budget. Okay, so when you're looking at these rents, you want to look up the market area. Okay, if you want to rent a spot, and give an example in Novi, and that's in Michigan, and that's a higher echelon area, or even Rochester, the rent might be higher than the $1,200. The rent might be $1,500 or $1,600 for 1,000 square foot retail shop. Okay, so and then your first month's rent, it might be, like I said, $1,600. Okay, so depending on, you want to do your research, so depending on where you're located at, this might be higher or lower. Okay, so and as you can see in the SBA worksheet, it changed this total funds required. It changed that whole field. Okay, they actually recalculated your total amount. Okay, so we have kitchen improvements. They're estimated $800. Now, we could get into these budget and estimated a budget. Everything is searchable on the internet. If you are doing a haul or a revamp, a upgrade, or a renovation on commercial property, there is a standard per square foot. You could look it up. So if you want lower grade stuff, it's X amount of dollars per square foot. If you want higher grade stuff, or mid-grade stuff, it's X amount of dollars. And they could give you, if you look it up, this is on Google, just put in cost for renovation for commercial building per square foot, and it will come up. So if you're wondering around about kitchen improvements, or this might be another field, renovation, commercial renovation, it might be another field. So that would drive your cost up. Okay. So, but they just have in here kitchen improvements. And I'm assuming that they're just trying to find a spot is already set up as a restaurant. I'm assuming. So kitchen improvement, they put $800. Tables and furniture, $1,500. Utensils and dishes and all that good stuff, they put $350. Okay, so is like that said, is this budget really not? Is it really actual? I can tell you, no, it's not going to be actual, because based off what I know, and I've developed a store and stuff, I know these are not actual numbers, but you have to do your research of what kitchen improvements will cost, your furniture will cost, and utensils. Okay. And this may or may not pertain to you, because maybe you're not getting in the restaurant business. Okay, so inventory, food, beverage, and alcohol. Okay, so food and beverage, they said $1,250, beverage $700. Like I said, I mean, maybe you're only open during lunch hours. $1,250 is not a lot. A family of four could eat $1,200 worth of groceries. So like they just put numbers in there for you to say, okay, I need to put numbers in, but you need to research of who your suppliers are going to be for your food, your beverage, and your alcohol. Now, I could tell you one thing. If they have an alcohol, I believe in each state for license and permit, that is going to be a higher cost. An alcohol permit out here is $50,000. And if you are in some other areas, depending on if you are in a higher echelon, it might be more. Or if you are in the area, you might have to or transfer the liquor license. So it all depends on where you're at. But I know out here the starting price for a liquor license is going to be $50,000 if you're planning to sell alcohol. Okay. So, and like I said, you need to do your research on your business and what it will cost for you to start up your business. If you guys want to learn more about business planning, just put it in the comment section. We could do what fields or what sections you should have in your business planning. Now, if you notice, I changed this to $50,000. This is just an estimate. License and permit. For this type of industry, you're going to need a liquor license. Put what you included: liquor and food. This is for the liquor license and the food permits to operate your business. And then when you do a renewal on your monthly expenses, you're going to have an annual liquor license. I don't know if you pay this $50,000. It might be something else. I doubt that. That's just to process your license and to obtain the license. But I'm pretty sure it's some type of fee yearly that you have to pay to retain or maintain that license. Okay? Your legal fees, if you have an alcohol and beverage and all that good stuff, especially alcohol, I'm pretty sure your legal fees is going to be more than this, okay? Technology, software, and signage. Signage for your place, technology. Hey, I want the QuickBooks or whatever technology type of, no contact service. People could download the app and order their food online while they're sitting at their table, and we don't have any menus. So that could be your technology fee. Okay, your software. What does it cost to obtain the software, and what does it cost to maintain the software? That's going to be included. Okay, so depending on what type of business you have, you may have all of these. You may have more fields. You may have less fields. It all depends on what type of business you have. Now, if you notice, my total funds is required is $69,000. Okay, so this is telling me I'm gonna need at least $69,000 just to get my business open. What happens if I get my business open? There's going to be a threshold of operating costs. and they calculated over here. We're going to change this. We said it was going to be $1,600 a month for rent. Oops, I did that wrong. This is where your break even is going to come in. Okay, $1,600. Property insurance, utilities, payroll, all that, our people, I guess this person is the only one working in the business, because this is not enough people, $3,000 a month, unless they're open only part-time or just on the weekends or something like that. I'm not for sure. But this is just an example, you guys. This is not real numbers, okay? Promotional materials, marketing materials, and I would say, hey, marketing should be over in this area, okay? For startup costs, you need a grand opening of something to market. Hey, we will be opening on such and such date. This is our grand opening, so you want to dump advertisement into that. So my personal opinion, I would put marketing on this one-time expense, okay? And so, of course, that's going to increase the budget up. We're going to put marketing and signage as the same thing. And we're going to say, let's say we're going to say $1,500. Just to get some steam on, hey, we're opening and we're having a grand opening. And so we want people to show up. So it brought our total expense to, or our startup budget to $7,100 a month. So let's just say this is all right. This is all correct. This $9,525 is what we need. We need that amount to keep our doors open. Okay? If we don't have that amount, we're in the hole. Okay? So, this is my spreadsheet that I normally give to my customers or my clients. And you see we have a startup cost and all that, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to give you a quick and dirty calculations, what we should be asking for the bank. We should be asking the bank $71,000 plus $95.25, okay? This is what we really need. We need our startup costs of $71,000 plus 6 months of operating costs. Literally, we need to be asking the bank for $128,000. Okay? If you ask for anything less, you might be in the bind. Your financial projections, which we would go over our next video. So we'll go over the financial projections, and we'll do a break even on that. But this is important. That's why you need to get employees right. You always want to put yourself as an employee and pay yourself, because why would we go in business if we're not paying ourselves? So if we're going to get a loan from the bank, we want to include our salary. Okay? So, and they're going to ask that. They're going to go and they'll send it back to you. Hey, where's your salary at? Owner salary. It should probably be a separate line item as owner salary. And they'll ask you that, hey, where's your pay at? Or general manager salary or something like that. Because you will get rejected. They won't process any paperwork. And if you have a good loan officer, they're going to look. If you don't get anything else right, You got to get your startup costs and your financial projections. It got to be realistic. It can't be, oh, we're going to do $3,000 for a pizza shop. Well, we know it's going to take more than one person to make pizza, okay? And to serve alcohol. We know, and then we know it's going to take more than $900 to service that bar, okay? And to produce or to get your food ready. Okay, so anyway, it's fictional, but they have all the necessaries that if Joe's Pizza Shop will want to open, this is what he will have, okay? So hopefully this answers some of your questions and gives you more information on how to apply for your business funding in the correct way, people. That's what we want. We want to get approved. And so put your comments and questions in the comment section, and I am sending all my good to you. I will talk to you soon.